You ever meet a guy who just doesn't break? Life throws chaos at him, his relationship goes through hell, and somehow he's still standing there calm, still respected, still himself. And then right next to him, you've got another guy, good heart, decent man, who falls in love and just disappears. Like the version of him you knew is gone. He's checking his phone every 5 minutes, he's anxious, he's tired, he's basically walking on eggshells in his own life. And here's the thing, nobody tells you. The difference between those two men has nothing to do with luck. It's not about looks, it's not about money. It comes down to one simple thing. Does he actually understand what's going on inside people's hearts and minds? Or is he just guessing and hoping love figures itself out? Because some men study this stuff, even if it's just through pain and experience, and other men walk into relationships completely blind, trusting that love alone will protect them. It won't. Not by itself. So today, I want to walk you through some truths that are going to feel a little uncomfortable at first. Some of you are going to feel this in your chest. But stick with me till the end, because once this clicks for you, it doesn't just change how you see relationships. It changes how you carry yourself, period. You stop being ruled by guilt. You stop needing someone else's approval to feel like a man. You stop being scared that everyone's going to leave. And if this kind of real talk is something you need more of in your life, do me a favor and hit subscribe right now before we go further. Because this channel is about to hit a milestone I actually want you a part of. And trust me, what's coming after this video, you don't want to miss. All right, let's get into it. Most of us grew up believing love is unconditional. Give enough, sacrifice enough, stay loyal enough, and the person stays forever. Beautiful story. Not exactly how it works in real life, though. Attraction and feelings are alive. They respond to real things. Safety, strength, discipline. A man who has his life in order. And when those things start slipping, sometimes the feelings slip too. That's not because the other person is cruel. That's just how humans work. But here's where it gets dangerous. The moment a man senses that shift, he panics. Instead of staying grounded, he starts overcompensating. More texts, more gifts, more apologizing for things he didn't even do wrong. He thinks if he just loves harder, things go back to how they were. But desperation has never once pulled someone closer. It pushes them away every single time. The second a man drops his own standards trying to chase someone back, his value drops right along with it. People don't fall for what you do for them. They fall for who you are while you're doing it. And you really see this when life gets hard. Money gets tight, confidence takes a hit, stress piles up. And suddenly that warmth you used to get feels colder. That's the wake-up call for a lot of men. They realize the connection they thought was unbreakable was actually tied to how strong they appeared, not who they actually were underneath. Now don't get it twisted. This doesn't mean real love isn't real. It means a lot of men walk in with their eyes closed, believing every sweet word while ignoring how they're actually being treated. Loyalty doesn't guarantee loyalty back. People show you who they are in the hard moments, not the easy ones. A man who refuses to see that will burn his whole life down, trying to save something that already left. Second truth, and this one's slept on. Your attention is worth more than you think. Every instant reply, every late-night check-in, every time you drop everything to respond. That's your energy, and energy is currency. Most men spend it recklessly. They think being available 24/7 makes them a good partner. But if you're always there, there's nothing to miss. There's no space for someone to wonder about you. It's like your favorite song, amazing the first time, unbearable on repeat for a full day straight. That's why some men slowly turn invisible in their own relationship. Always chasing, always explaining, always trying to prove something. Meanwhile, the guy who's actually building his own life, focused on his goals, people feel that shift. Curiosity comes to him. That's not manipulation, that's just human nature. The things you have to earn always feel worth more. Third truth. Control your emotions, or someone else will control you. The second she goes a little quiet or distant, a lot of men spiral. Fear, anger, overreacting, all of it. That's a losing move, because when your peace depends on someone else's mood, you've officially handed them the remote to your life. And sometimes people test this without even realizing it. They want to know, are you solid ground or are you a leaf blowing wherever the wind takes you? Every time you lose your cool or beg for reassurance, you're answering that question the wrong way. But the man who stays steady, whose day isn't ruined by silence or a bad mood, that man becomes magnetic. Calm is rare. Calm is powerful. And people respect it instantly, whether they say it out loud or not. Fourth truth, and this one sets men free. Stop being scared of losing people. Not because you're looking elsewhere, but because fear of being alone makes you tolerate things you shouldn't. A lot of men were raised thinking if they lose her, they lose everything. So they swallow disrespect. They ignore red flags. They let boundaries get crushed because deep down they're terrified there's nothing better out there, and people can feel that fear from a mile away. A man who believes he has no other options acts completely different from a man who knows his own worth. One man accepts scraps because he's starving. The other man, the one who's worked on his mind, his body, his purpose, knows he can rebuild from zero if he has to. And that knowledge changes everything about how he carries himself. And the last truth, the one that holds everything else together, self-respect. This is the foundation. So many men give away every piece of themselves trying to keep someone happy, forgetting to protect their own dignity in the process. But love without self-respect isn't love. It's slow self-destruction. The moment you set real standards for how you deserve to be treated, everything shifts. You stop justifying your worth and start requiring respect as the baseline. And ironically, the more you respect yourself, the more everyone around you starts to as well. Once a man wakes up to all this, something in him locks into place permanently. He's no longer operating from fear. He's operating from strength. He knows love matters, but love without boundaries is just chaos wearing a nice outfit. He knows chasing pushes people away faster than anything else. His attention becomes a gift. His calm becomes his power. His self-respect becomes his armor. This is the version of a man who doesn't need to shrink himself to keep someone around. He stays locked into his purpose, his peace, his own growth. And that's exactly why people are drawn to him. He becomes the guy people feel safe around, the one who feels like solid ground in the middle of chaos. So here's my real question for you. Out of everything we just talked about, which one hit closest to home? Which one made you think about your own situation right now? If this kind of conversation is something you actually need in your life, real talk about the mind, the heart, and becoming the version of a man you're capable of being, then make sure you're subscribed because we're just getting started. And where this channel is heading next, you want to be here for it. You are worth more than you've been giving yourself credit for. Walk like it.